good evening everyone, and yeah, you might have just watched the video of the Feng carting barley that I put up. Spoke about moving the combine. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. So we've got Tom up ahead, farm manager in the truck, waiting people down, followed by me in this, got my hazards on, my beacons on. This is a little Massey, love that squelch, Massey 5610 I think, so 100 horsepower. It's got the sloping bonnet, and this is mainly used as like the orchard tractor, but also used on the header trolley. So this is a 25-foot New Holland header. Not quite sure what the trailer is, probably something, whatever New Holland supply. And then whether you can see in the mirror or not, but we've got our New Holland CX following on behind, and then behind him we've got the Massey that you might have seen earlier or in some of the other videos. So as the song goes, we've got ourselves a convoy. Also got some beans on the left here. But yeah, we're not going too far up, but yeah, that's kind of what we're up to really. Some of our wheat fields on the right hand side. This farm's kind of in a bit of a valley, so it stretches quite long and thin really, either side of the road, which is generally quite good access for us. But again, this was a while ago, but I spoke about the moving the pea viners, and moving the pea viners was an absolute nightmare because we could do maximum 25k. In this instance, what am I doing now? 31. Obviously want to keep the combine quite close behind me, and if it's all possible, he's obviously hogging the road, but obviously you get people who come and just overtake silly places, so ideally don't want to get any cars in between himself and I. But yeah, that's kind of what we're up to, and up she goes. This is on a Dyna, I don't know what this is, Dyna 6 or something, Dyna, I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's on the little T-bar. Yeah, like I say, this is mainly used by the kind of orchard manager in the orchards doing the spraying and stuff. I hope to get that on video because it looks really cool. Be interesting to see, and also obviously for you guys to see on video. It's something completely different. They're cider apples, they're grown for Thatchers, Henry Westons, someone else as well, but I've forgotten. Obviously over in Herefordshire, so admittedly this isn't as comfy as the Fent, but I won't complain. It's half the price, so also a small tractor, but really good, and really it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. This one's obviously just a forward backwards here. You can shift it up here, which I'll show you in a minute. There's not really much point at the moment. There you go. You can shift it up on there, or you can shift it up on the T-bar. I usually just use the little T-bar. The Massey 6.7 is slightly different, but in all fairness, it's yeah, it's a nice little tractor. Does the orchard spraying, some topping, just general little jobs like this. Also, I think it does the rolling as well. I'm kind of obviously quite new to this job, been here 2 weeks, started afresh really, well just over 2 weeks now. So kind of learning as much as you all are. Some potatoes here on the left as well, oilseed rape on the right. But hopefully I'll bring you some videos of the potato harvest as well, along with some other things. So that's kind of the end of the land here. These are still our potatoes, and these are processing potatoes grown for McCain. But yeah, in fairness, Herefordshire is a really beautiful county. Really lucky to work here. Having said which, I mean, you know, the Lincolnshire Wolds, obviously where I'm from in the Cotswolds, all beautiful. Cambridgeshire Fens, arable land, not quite as scenic as over this side of the country. But there's a lot of farming goes on here, and Hereford's really kind of diverse in terms of what they grow. The Hereford city itself is a really nice place. They've kind of done it up, shops and you know, food and that sort of thing. You got Wagamama's, there's a Nando's. That's quite bumpy. That's my folder gone. Fortunately, the header's still on, so we're still all right. But yeah, just always kind of, I mean, when I've moved combines in the past, just always trying to make sure I can keep an eye on the combine, unless it gets really tight down a road somewhere, in which case kind of go ahead and stop the traffic, because it can be an absolute nightmare if you don't. But I mean, the idea is the combine's a really expensive piece of kit, so if you have someone up front kind of just generally hazards on, waving people down, just initially people are like, right, what's going to come up, see this again, and then hopefully, you know, within the same kind of line of vision, you're able to see the combine and you slow down, because ultimately they do take over half the width of the road. You got to slow down. Don't want anyone to have an accident, but also the combine is worth rather a lot of money, and it's got kind of a short window of work. So when you want it to work, you want it to work, and not have someone crash into it and kind of break the kind of front of it or damage it in any way. I think this little tractor's a 40k actually. So yeah, look, I mean, like, this guy's slowed down straight away, just see something up. This trolley also is, this kind of header trailer is really, really nice. Oh, nice. Fair play. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Off that squelch again. That's quite nice. Fent Black Beauty. There you go. Yeah, some more potatoes. They're not ours, but yeah, fair amount of potatoes being grown around here. So yeah, you should get a wide variety of videos here. There's also poultry, whether I probably wouldn't show you actually in the shed, for kind of also like hygiene reasons and the biosecurity and stuff. But all the poultry manure is then spread onto the fields. Let's just drop down. He's going to have had to wait for that combine, for that Fent rather. There he is. Happy days, on we go. So Tom's flying up there to stop the traffic. Up we go, little Massey. On we go. So yeah, I mean, if there's anything in particular you want to see, but I mean, I'm just going to keep bringing you content as and when I can. Really enjoy the time on the GoPro, so yeah, we'll just keep going really. Thank you very much for watching anyway. We're up at the field now, so I'll better concentrate. Look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers.